Hi again, everyone. Gary Digital Williams here on Beltway Boxing News and Notes on the Boxing on the Beltway Podcast Network. And the Boxing on the Beltway Podcast Network can be heard, as always, on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio.com, TuneIn, and on Stitcher.com. So make sure you subscribe to one of those channels, and you can hear each and every week. We have great comments and great commentary, great news and notes, and also some live Beltway boxing action for you right here on the Boxing on Beltway Podcast Network. And we have a little break this week because this is the first week in about 2 months almost we've had no Beltway boxing in the area. We've had something going on periodically for the most part, since mid-April. So we had 3 cards in 4 weeks back in May. So we have a little bit of a break this week and also next week, the 15th. And then we get back into 2 cards in the Beltway in the latter part of June. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. We're also going to recap the show from the Waldorf Cultural Center in Waldorf, Maryland, the Cynation sports card. One of the reasons is because I think I went a little bit too quickly through my post-fight wrap-up show last week. I'll tell you the truth, I was kind of on the tired side. I had been the ring announcer for that card, and I think my mouth kind of gave out on me a little bit. So we're going to talk about that card a little bit more this week. We also have to pay tribute to a fallen boxer that left us this week. He passed well too soon. We'll talk more about him. We'll update the June schedule, and we'll do something we do periodically here on our podcast. We're going to go through a little ratings watch because every now and then we just want to see where our boxers are, where our Beltway boxers are in the world of professional boxing. So we'll see what happens there. Beltway Boxing News and Notes on the Boxing on Beltway Podcast Network, brought to you as always by Real-Time Pain Relief. From boxers to ballerinas for shoulder pain and muscle strain, everything between, Boxing Law and Beltway recommends Real-Time Pain Relief, the natural, plant-based, safe, fast, and effective ointment. Go to freepainoffer.com. Get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief when you buy $10 worth or more of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. Also, we're brought to you by DeborahSpears.com, where she has great weight loss tips and great jewelry. You can you lose weight without dieting, eating real food along the way. And she has a great jewelry, including that boxing pendant that she sells on DeborahSpears.com. So go to Deborah, Debra Spears.com. Well, last Saturday we had a great card at the Waldorf Culture Center in Waldorf, Maryland, the Cynation Sports Promotions card. It was kind of interesting because it wasn't a great crowd as we have had in the past few weeks because, again, I think we almost kind of been boxing out a little bit. Had so many good cards come this past month and back through April that I think this card kind of got a backlash because of that. And also because there weren't a lot of big boxing stars in the Beltway on that particular card. But it still was a very good card, very competitive card, no question about that. So let's talk about it a little bit. Arlington, Virginia super middleweight Filip Stankovic, he was the main event. Boy, he had a nice crowd out there at the Waldorf Culture Center. He rebounded from suffering his only pro loss. That was back in January. He scored a third-round TKO over the Haitian Hammer Patrick Pierre of New Orleans, Louisiana. The two guys fought evenly in the first round, but in the second, Stankovic, he really picked up the pace. He pressured Pierre with solid left and rights. He landed a right hook in the third round that sent Pierre to the canvas. He sent another right hand, dropped him again, put on more pressure, and he forced referee Bill Clancy to stop the contest at 1 minute, 58 seconds of the third round. Filip Stankovic, 5-1, 2 KOs. He looked really solid out there. Good bounce-back win for him. Taking on Patrick Pierre, who's now 3-8, 1 KO. Really solid, good performance for Filip Stankovic. Now, the co-feature bout, that was an upset. As Eric Manriquez of Houston, Texas, he won a 6-round majority decision over previously undefeated Oscar Moreno of Brooklyn, New York, away of Mexico City. That was in a super middleweight contest there. Manriquez, he kept coming forward the entire bout, I should say. He surprised Moreno with his offense. Moreno landed the share of punches, but by the second half, he was on his heels, and that was thanks to Manriquez's pressure. And his offense proved to be the difference as he would go on to victory. Victor Iwasaki judged about 57-57. He saw the draw, but that was overruled by Bill Clancy, who was 58-56, and Don Risher, 59-55. Eric Enriquez now 7-6 with 1 draw and 4 KOs. Moreno loses for the very first time. He's 7-1, 6 KOs. So great win for Eric Enriquez. Really solid performance there. He really took Moreno by surprise and able to win the bout. The gutsiest bout of the night, gutsiest win of the night, probably had to go to DC super middleweight Gregory Glizzy Clark. He recovered from a second round knockdown to win a 6-round unanimous decision over Aaron A-Train Casper of Augusta, Georgia, by way of Baltimore. Casper, he had that early advantage. He landed strong punches to Clark's body, and one of those body punches sent Clark to the canvas in the second round. So Clark, and he looked like he was really hurt by that body shot. He really did. He looked like he was in tough shape, but he recovered. And he got his offense going in the second half of the contest. He was able to turn the tide of the contest. All 3 judges, Brent Bovell, Bill Clancy, Don Risher, scored about 58-55 for Clark. Raised record of 4-3-1, 1 KO. Casper's record falls to 5-3, 4 KOs. Don't be surprised if the Casper camp does file a protest, because they were not happy with that result. And I don't blame him, to be perfectly honest with you, but I thought actually Casper won the bout. I really did. So, But kudos to Gregory Clark, because he really put on a good performance and got that win. Female super lightweight encounter. This is a nice bout as well. Michaela Rogue Nogue out of Chesapeake, Virginia. She won a 4-round unanimous decision over the debuting Dacia champ Queen Raglan of Harrisburg, PA. Now, Nogue, when she's not boxing, she's a member of the United States Coast Guard, and she was able to put on a strong performance. Nice offense by Rogue, no question about that. Raglan fought gamely, but she couldn't keep up with Nogue's pressure. Nogue just kept coming forward, and Raglan really could not stop her. Judges Bill Clancy and Don Risher scored about for Nogue 40-36. Brent Bovell saw it 39-37. So Nogue wins her first pro contest. She lost to Destiny Dayones of Baltimore at the Waldorf Culture Center in their last card back in January 26th. And now Nogue is 1-1. The opening contest saw Lusby, Maryland super featherweight Nathaniel ASAP Davis register a second-round TKO over Alexis Textbook Rivera of Brooklyn, New York. Both men making their pro debuts on this bout. Davis looked good. I was really impressed by him. He landed a nice counter right hand to Rivera's face to drop him to the canvas in the first round. And he followed in the third round with a solid left hand. And that forced referee Bill Clancy stopped the bout at 30 seconds of the third round. So really a good performance for Nathaniel Davis. Looking forward to seeing him again. No question about that. Really. So it was a great card. You know, again, a lot of boxing this last couple of months. So I think that had more to do with the lack of a crowd. They had decent crowd, especially for Stankovic, but wasn't as heavily crowded as it normally is. But the people that were there, they saw a good show. No question about that. So look forward to seeing Cynation Sports again. Probably by the end of this year, they'll have another show. All right, so that's the recap from last week. Now, a couple updates to the June schedule. First of all, there will be an amateur boxing card that will take place at the Last Round Boxing Club. My good buddy Derwin Dean O'Neill, is the head coach over there. And it's located at 3235 Old Washington Road in Waldorf, Maryland. And this will be a card that will feature DC boxers taking on boxers from Philadelphia. It's called United We Stand, Divided We Fall, Olympic Day, the Civil War. The doors open at 5 p.m. The first bout will be at 6 p.m. And kids ages 6 to 12, they're $10 in advance, $15 at the door. General admission, $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Ringside, $35. Ringside, $40 advance, $40 at the door. And the VIP lounge is $55 in advance and $60 at the door. You want more information? You can call 202-568-2452. That's 202-568-2452. This is the Civil War amateur bout between DC and Philly. It's a good. I'm assuming now that some of these boxers will be involved in the upcoming junior national championships coming up latter part of June, and we'll talk more about that a little bit later on. But that should be a good event. DC versus Philly. Once again, that'll be at the Last Round Boxing Club. Once again, that's 3235 Old Washington Road in Waldorf, Maryland. Make sure you're there for that. I want to recognize one of our Beltway Beltway officials, and that's referee Kenny Chevalier. Of course, he has gone worldwide for many years, refereeing title bouts. Does it again. He'll be in Chiba City, Chiba, Japan, on Wednesday, June 19th. He'll be the referee for the WBO World Super Flyweight title. It's a vacant title between Kazuto Ioka of Japan. He's 23-2, and Aston Paliste of the Philippines. He's 25-2-1, and that'll be on Wednesday, June 19th. It'll be the vacant WBO World Super Flyweight title in Chiba, Japan. So congratulations to Kenny Chevalier, who again is going all over the world for world title bouts over the years. Also on the schedule, we got an update on the schedule as well. This is going to be a bout that'll take place on Friday, June 28th. It'll be at the Western Hills Sports Complex in Cincinnati, Ohio. And that's the return of super featherweight from Sea Pleasant, Maryland, James Too Slick Early. He'll take on undefeated Austin Primetime Manning of Indianapolis, Indiana. And that'll be a 6-round bout for this contest on Friday, June 28th. James Early is 3-3, and he's coming off a bout he has not fought since May of 2018. He's coming off a 4-round unanimous decision loss to Ricky De Los Santos. That was in Lincoln, Rhode Island, at the Twin River Event Casino. Manning is 5-0, 4 KOs, second round knockout over Ernest Wills in his last bout on March 9th in Indianapolis. This will be Manning's first bout outside of Indianapolis. So this will take place on Friday, June 28th at the Western Hills Sports Complex in Cincinnati, Ohio. James Too Slick Early trying to get another win. He's 3-3. He's taking on Austin Manning, who's 5-0, 4 KOs out of Indianapolis, Indiana. All right, that'll be Friday, June 28th. Now, looking back on the rest of the schedule, kind of update you a little bit. Once again, on a Golden Boy card, that'll be on Thursday, June 20th at the Ocean Resort Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Demetrius Beast Ballard, who's fighting as a middleweight right now, he's scheduled for a 10-round bout against the Latin kid Elias Espadas of Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. Once again, Ballard is 20-0, 13 KOs. Espadas 18-4, 13 KOs. We talked about this last week, but we do want to let you know that the card will be shown live on the Golden Boy Fight Night page on Facebook. It'll be live for free, so you get a chance to see that. You also get a chance to see on that same card Waldorf, Maryland super lightweight Mike Yes Indeed Reed. He's going to be an 8-round contest. We still don't have an opponent for that contest. Reed is 24-2, 13 KOs. So that'll be a big one there on Thursday, June 20th at the Ocean Resort Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Once again, also Saturday, June 22nd at the 2300 Arena, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Owings Mills, Maryland, heavyweight Kobe Mad Dog Madison takes on Robert Sims of Saginaw, Michigan. Madison 8-0-2, 5 KOs, and Sims is 8-3, 3 KOs. That'll be Saturday, June 22nd at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Now, closer to home, we have 2 cards coming up in June in the Beltway. Saturday, June 22nd, Rosecroft Raceway at Fort Washington, Maryland. This will be Shabazz Brothers card. Now, the update on this card is that one of the key bouts on this card happens to be Baltimore super middleweight Devin Bite Butcher. He'll take on Ashton Nagoon Sykes out of Columbia, Maryland. That should be an interesting bout. No question about that. So that's scheduled to be the main event for that card on Saturday, June 22nd. And we hope to have live coverage of that card on the Boxing on Beltway Podcast Network. Also, on Saturday, June 29th, at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland, this will be a GQ Promotions card. We ran down the list of people who will be on this card. A lot of Beltway boxers on this card, but no other updates on whether or not they have opponents. So, again, we're going to try to do a live broadcast of that card as well. That's Saturday, June 29th, at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland. So that's where we are so far with the schedule. We'll give you updates as they become available. We had a tough loss in the Beltway this week. They're all tough, of course, but this one's kind of tough because good guy. He was a nice guy. Earl Mouse Cole. Sometimes he was known as Mighty Mouse Cole. He was a welterweight boxer from Baltimore, Maryland. He passed away this week at the age of 31. No cause of death was given. Mr. Cole, Earl Cole, actually had a very nice amateur career. He won more than 100 bouts. He was trained by Danny Kisner, the father of Nick Kisner. And he and Nick were very, very close. And he's very, very close. I'll just say I talked to Nick this week, and he was very upset about what was going on with Earl Cole. Now, two of Mr. Cole's notable amateur contests were actually losses, but they came against the future WBC featherweight champion, Gary Russell Jr. So he was around the time that Russell was going to the Olympics in 2008, although Cole had turned pro prior to that. But on the way, Earl Cole met up with Gary Russell Jr. on a number of occasions. Now, Earl Cole only fought for 1 year as a pro in 2007. I do remember I covered every bout he had on that journey. He made his pro debut on March 10th. He scored a fourth round TKO over Diamond Matt Hill, one of the real fan favorites in the Beltway. He was a gatekeeper, no question about it. He was someone you had to get by to get to the next level. But he was so much fun. He came in there with a trench coat, and he was a really great boxer. Even though he did not have the best record in the world, he was definitely a fan favorite. But Earl Cole stopped him in the fourth round. No, I'm sorry, he won a 4-round unanimous decision. He scored a fourth round TKO over Matt Hill. I'm sorry. That was at the National Guard Armory in Pikesville, Maryland. Then on April 27th, he'd win a 4-round unanimous decision over William Wilson. That was at the D.C. Armory. That was on that card that I've talked about having very little Beltway boxers on that card. He was one of the few Beltway boxers that actually were on that card that night, and it did not go well. Let's put it that way. That card itself did not go well. Cole had a 4-round unanimous decision against William Wilson on that card. Now he suffered his only loss by by majority decision to Joshua Snyder, really solid boxer out of Berlin, Maryland, the Berlin Bomber. That was on May 11th. At the Burns Arena in Baltimore. Now, Mr. Cole would have retired from boxing after that loss. He never fought again. He moved to New Jersey with his family. But he passed away this week at the age of 31, and sources have told us that the services will be private. So, deepest condolences. Earl was a nice guy. He really was. Cole was a nice guy. I had a chance to talk to him a few times during that 2007 year, and really nice person, and just sad to see. It's always sad, but definitely sad to see this situation. So our best wishes and our condolences to Cole's family and friends. A lot of people knew him in the Beltway, and just sad to see. So Earl Miles Cole, he was from Baltimore. He passed away this week at the age of 31. Now, as we look toward July a little bit, big news, of course, is the official announcement of the Saturday, July 27th title defense for Baltimore, Maryland, Gervonta Tank Davis. He'll take on Ricardo El Cientifico Nunez of La Chorra, Panama, and that'll be on Saturday, July 27th at the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore. And this will make Davis the first world champion from Baltimore to defend his title in Baltimore in more than 80 years. You got to go back to Harry Jeffra defending his super featherweight championship back in those days. That's how long it's been. So, because Petway never did it, he got as close as Landover, Largo, Maryland. Hakeem Rockman didn't do it. So Gervonta Davis finally did it, has doing it, and tickets are on sale now for that event. That will be shown live on Showtime beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and should be a very interesting card. We'll see what happens. I've heard that a lot of the boxers from the Upton Boxing Gym will be a part of that card, including like some Malik Hawkins, Lorenzo Simpson, possibly Malik Warren on that card. And by the way, getting back to the card on June 22nd, there is talk that Malik Warren will make his pro debut on that card. We'll talk more about that maybe next week. But definitely a lot of Upton boxers will be a part of that. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. Nice quote from Gervonta in the press release that took place that announced this card. He said, quote, "It was always a goal of mine to bring a world title fight to my city of Baltimore. Davis has not fought in Baltimore since his fourth pro fight. That was on July 20th, 2013. Of course, that bout means a lot to me because it took place at Coppin State University. And Davis scored a second-round TKO over Rafael Casillas on that night. And of course, Coppin State is where I do basketball and have been the public address announcer for the basketball teams there for 25 years. So it's really great. Davis went on to say, I'm excited and grateful to my team helping make this happen on Saturday, July 27th. Tickets will go fast, so don't wait on buying them. I can't wait to put on a great show and see all my supporters in Baltimore and help me make it a night to remember at Royal Farms Arena. And I will agree with that. These tickets are going to go real quickly because Baltimore tends to show out when they have somebody the caliber of Gervonta Davis. And I tell you, when he fought at Coppin State, there was a huge crowd over there too. So this tickets will not last long on this one. I have a feeling. They're nicely priced. These tickets will not last long. And so make sure you can get those tickets through Ticketmaster. You can also get them through, see if I'm picking up something as I talk to you. Also get them through the Royal Farms Arena box office. So tickets on sale now for Saturday, July 27th. Gervonta Davis defending his WBA Super Featherweight Championship against Ricardo El Científico Núñez of Panama. Davis is 21-0, 20 KOs. Núñez was ranked number 2 by the WBA. He is 21-2, 19 KOs. So we'll see what happens there. And speaking of the ratings, every now and then we go through what we call ratings watch here on the podcast network and just take a look at where our Beltway boxers are. And as we go into this, because again, things have changed. Of course, we've lost a champion with Jarrett Hurd, and but things are doing well, and some of our Beltway boxers are really progressing. So we just want to take a little look at that. Not a whole lot on the world title picture. Of course, Gary Russell still the featherweight champion, WBC featherweight champion. We just talked about Gervonta Davis, WBA super featherweight champion there. 3 guys are ranked. 3 Beltway boxers are ranked in the rankings in the major governing bodies. Emmanuel Ali came out with that nice win he had actually a draw he had against Matt Korobov. He is ranked number 13th in the world by the WBC. So I don't know if that's going to change because of that draw, but we'll see. Also, and this is the big one here, Lamont Roach Jr., because of his big win last time out, he's now ranked number 1 in the world by the WBO. He is the mandatory challenger now actually, that title has changed hands. It was Masayuki Ito, but that title has changed hands. Jamel Herring won that championship now. So he's now the number 1 contender to Jamel Herring, and we'll see if that bout takes place now. If Herring wants to do his mandatory, he may have a voluntary defense coming up, but if he gets his mandatory in, it's got to be against Lamont Roach Jr. So we'll see what happens there. And also, Alexandru Spartan Marine, he is ranked number 9 in the world by the WBO at super flyweight. He's also ranked number 1 by the IBO. We don't have their rankings, but he's ranked number 1 by the IBO. We have to look at their rankings a little bit at some point to see how they differ from everybody else there. Now, in some of the national rankings here, we only have the NABF. USBA is a little late, so want to do that. So let's go through those real quickly. In the cruiserweight division, Nick Kisner is ranked number 18th in the nation out of Baltimore, Maryland. Now, the super middleweight division, Damon Nicholson, he's the WBC USMBC super middleweight champion. He's ranked number 4 by the NABF. Now, again, he had issues right before his last bout that was here at the National Harbor, in MGM National Harbor in Upper Marlboro, and we don't know what the long range prognosis of Nicholson. Here he has a real tough time with his kidneys going after that bout. So it was really tough situation for Damon Nicholson. So we'll see if he recovers from that and able to box again. Also in the super middleweight division, Demetrius Bowd, who has that bout coming up on Thursday, June 20th. He's ranked number 10 by the NABF. At light heavyweight, Dominic Way is ranked in the top 10. Of course, he's making his return back in this area, back into boxing. After that loss to Gennady Golovkin, he's had two bouts and have won both of them. He was scheduled to fight in May, but that did not take place. But he's ranked number 10 by the NABF at light heavyweight. Ranked number 19th by NABA is Travis Reeves out of Baltimore. In the middleweight division, Emmanuel Lean ranked 16th by the NABF, and Montez Fox ranked 17th by that same governing body. So Manuel Lim ranked in the top 15 by the WBC, is ranked number 13. He is ranked number 16 by the NABF. Jarrett Hurd goes into the super welterweight division, and he's ranked number 5 by the NABF. There's no NABF champion. Actually, the America's champion is Patrick Day, who actually once fought Montez Fox, as a matter of fact. Super lightweight division, Michael Fox, the professor, is ranked number 19th by the NABF. Super featherweight division, Lamont Roach is ranked 7th by the NABF. And that is, Alexander Marine is also ranked number 5 by the NABF as well. So that's a little bit of the rankings going forward. Again, whether or not you take any stock in what those rankings mean is entirely up to you. I just think it gives us a little bit of a gauge on where we are as a Beltway boxing community. So good to see. Congratulations to all of them. Hopefully they'll be rising and hopefully fighting for championships in the very near future. Well, that'll do it here for another edition of Beltway Boxing News and Notes. Remember, Beltway Boxing News and Notes is brought to you by Real Time Pain Relief. You go to freepainoffer.com, buy $10 worth of Real Time Pain Relief. You get a free $10 tube of Real Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain's gone in real time. And by DeborahSpears.com, where she has that great weight loss tips, those great weight loss tips and great jewelry on Deborah, Debra Spears.com. Just make a reminder, don't forget to go on the boxonbeltway.blogspot.com blog and go to Amazon and to Best Buy for and order your purchases from the links on the blog. That'll help us out a little bit. And don't forget, you can always follow me on Twitter at Digital25. Thanks for joining us. And always remember, keep supporting the best boxing in the world. The boxing along the Beltway. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm Gary Digital Williams. Take care.